Howdy, y'all. This is Proverbs 12 in the RSV for December 12th, 2023. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates reproof is stupid. A good man obtains favor from the Lord, but a man of evil devices he condemns. A man is not established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous will never be moved. A good wife is the crown of her husband, but she who brings shame is like rottenness in his bones. The thoughts of the righteous are just, the counsels of the wicked are treacherous. The words of the wicked lie in wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright delivers men. The wicked are overthrown and are no more, but the house of the righteous will stand. A man is commended according to his good sense, but one of perverse mind is despised. Better is a man of humble standing who works for himself than one who plays the great man but lacks bread. A righteous man has regard for the life of his beast, but the mercy of the wicked is cruel. He who tills his land will have plenty of bread, but he who follows worthless pursuits has no sense. The strong tower of the wicked comes to ruin, but the root of the righteous stands firm. An evil man is ensnared by the transgression of his lips, but the righteous escapes from trouble. From the fruit of his words a man is satisfied with good, and the work of a man's hand comes back to him. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but a wise man listens to advice. The vexation of a fool is known at once, but the prudent man ignores an insult. He who speaks the truth gives honest evidence, but a false witness utters deceit. There's one whose rash words are like sword thrusts, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. Deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil, but those who plan good have joy. No ill befalls the righteous, but the wicked are filled with trouble. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who act faithfully are his delight. A prudent man conceals his knowledge, but fools proclaim their folly. The hand of the diligent will rule, while the slothful will be put to forced labor. Anxiety in a man's heart weighs him down, but a good word makes him glad. A righteous man turns away from evil, but the way of the wicked leads them astray. A slothful man will not catch his prey, but the diligent man will get precious wealth. In the path of righteousness is life, but the way of error leads to death. Street light came on, so I guess now this is what's lit. Apologies. Proverbs 12 has a bunch of good stuff in it. You could study this for a week by itself, probably a month by itself. Being able to love discipline means you love knowledge. Discipline is the hard thing to love, not the knowledge, right? Got to be open to correction. Because if you're not, you can't get better. And that is what says stupid. And over and over, we get told like the righteous will be established, the righteous will not be moved, the righteous will have roots, whereas the wicked will not. They'll be washed away or destroyed. And your wife, when you find her, when you make that good decision, all the criteria line up. She's like a crown on your head. Or worse, she's a shame and she's like rottenness, cancer in your bones. Thank God for good wives. If you till your land, you'll have plenty of bread, plenty to eat, plenty of resources. But if you follow worthless pursuits, have no sense. All right, real talk. If you have any amount of land, or you live with access to any amount of land, because, okay, we can talk apartments in extreme situations, but if you have any yard at all, you can be growing, at least in containers, and making some food. So a couple of years ago, repeatedly we have these downturns, and food gets bought up. Or worse, like now, supply chains are changing with different things happening. So you could be growing some of your own food. Not everybody can grow food, but certainly we can all be doing something useful with our space, right? Does that make sense? Versus just hanging out inside playing Candy Crush. A worthless pursuit, right? Fun, sure. Dopamine, yeah. But like worthwhile? Somebody argue with me and explain it to me how that's a worthwhile pursuit. I hope that's some kind of coherent example. You know what I'm saying? Like, not using, this is basically like using the resources you got to do what you can, where you can, when you can, versus not using it and using, I don't know, excuses. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but a wise man listens to advice. And a prudent man ignores an insult instead of immediately lashing out. This goes back to the whole Roadhouse quote. Be nice until it's time to not be nice. I'll let you know when it's time to not be nice. A prudent man ignores the insults but also conceals his knowledge, whereas fools are constantly proclaiming their folly. Sorry, I feel like I'm creeping into the shadows. Mr. Bond. A slothful man will not catch his prey, but the diligent man will get precious wealth. Yeah, but the other one, where is it? The hand of the diligent will rule, while the slothful will be put to forced labor. So the thing you're avoiding becomes your punishment. How much worse is that? Oof. Let's all run the race that's set before us. Let's all do the best we can in this life so we can take a rest in the next one. Else, we'll be put to forced labor, right? In the path of righteousness is life, but the way of error leads to death. I think that's simple enough. Let's chase righteousness. Let's be open to discipline, open to reproof, correction, and real wisdom and knowledge that comes from those things. So seek wise people to be around so that you can get those honestly from sources of people around you, not just the word. But do seek in the word. Go with God. Be blessed.